Now remember, cells have organelles in them, and those are structures within the cell with a specific function. They're like organs for the cells. If we're trying to make the most basic cell that we can, we need four things. So first, we need a cell membrane. Remember, that's made of lipids, and it contains all the cell parts, keeps them from floating away, and it controls what goes in and out. Think of it like a fence. It's selectively permeable. Now, inside of that, we have the cytoplasm. That's the fluid that's in the cell. That's where everything's kind of floating around and happening. We have ribosomes. Those are the enzymes that actually help build proteins, so like little factories. And then we have DNA, and that's the basic cell. All cells are going to have these things. Now let's look at prokaryotes. So prokaryotes are bacteria, only bacteria. They're very simple and unicellular. So think about, remember, a like little one-room cabin. They're very small. They don't have any membrane-bound organelles. So that's like having rooms within the cabin. They don't have any structures that have their own membranes around them. So think pro has no. So to make a prokaryote, we start with what all cells have to have: plasma membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes, DNA, which in this case is going to be circular. Now, some prokaryotes also add a cell wall. They often have plasmids, which are little pieces of DNA. And some of them also have flagella that allow them to move. Eukaryotes, on the other hand, remember, they are everything that's not a bacteria. They're much more complex. They're much larger. So again, think about like a mansion versus a single one-room cabin. They have linear DNA, and they do have membrane-bound organelles. So that's like having rooms within the house. So pro have no, but you do. All right, so if we're trying to make an animal cell, again, we have to start with what all cells have. We have a cell membrane, we got cytoplasm on the inside, and we have ribosomes. They are just attached to a different organelle in this case. We also have to have DNA, but in this case, it's stored in the nucleus, which is a membrane-bound organelle. So again, prokaryotes, bacteria, do not have a nucleus. Eukaryotes do. They also have mitochondria. Remember, those are the powerhouses of the cell. They make ATP through aerobic cellular respiration. And they have a vacuole that helps store food and water. Now, let's say we want to make a plant cell. So we're going to take everything that an animal cell had, and we're going to add two things. The first, we're going to add a cell wall made of cellulose to add some structure. And then we're going to add some chloroplasts so that this plant can do photosynthesis. Now, again, if we can remember all of this, then you are good to go. But the key points here: plasma membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes. Those things are found in every single cell there is. You have to have those things. And then the nucleus, the mitochondria, the chloroplast, and the vacuole, those are the membrane-bound organelles. They have their own membrane around them, and they are only found in eukaryotes. So prokaryotes do not have those. And then finally, animals don't have a cell wall, and they also don't have chloroplasts. And that's what separates them from plants.